Well, hello then, I do hope you're all well. There's going to be a few beauty videos here where a certain Boris Johnson was asked to give oral evidence and to the committee, whether it on a number of topics, from Partygate to what's happening in Ukraine, and somebody asked a rather awkward question about Brexit, but we'll get on to that later on. This is about these 20 penalty notices for Partygate, and one of the members of the committee asked him a rather awkward question, and it's a bit of a belter.
Certainly, yes. Very always
liaison committee. Just to start things off, could you tell us whether you are one of the 20 people who receives one of these fixed penalty notices, and if you're not, are you expecting to secure one in the next few days and weeks?
That's not a good sign. You know where this is headed. It's a bit of a belter. Are you one of these people who got one of these fixed penalty notices? And if you are going to get one, when do you expect? Oh, that's a belter. And of course, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson called it down the line, and he said it as it is. Not.
Well, Pete, I think I'm sure you'd know if I were, but I think that look. Let me just say generally on this whole issue. I have, I think, been several times to the House to talk about this and to.
Look at that little grin. He knows full well that he's talking bollocks. He knows for a fact he's going to be talking a lot of bullshit. And that Duper's Delight grin knows he'll get away with it. It's obvious.
To explain and to apologise and to set out the things that we were doing to change the way things run in Number 10, and we've done that. But what I also said repeatedly, and Mr. Betts, I hope you'll forgive me if I return to this theme. I've said repeatedly that I won't give a running commentary on an investigation that is underway, and I know that you will and people will be naturally curious about all sorts of things, and I totally understand that. But I just think it would be wrong of me to deviate from that.
Prime Minister, we're not expecting you to give a running commentary, quite obviously, but I mean, if you are served with one of them, you're pretty much toast, aren't you? I mean, no Prime Minister could possibly survive being found of criminality for the very rules that Prime Minister set. You'd be finished if you got one.
Well,
don't sit on the fence, mate. Just tell us what you really think. Jesus Christ. Oh. Straight into the jugular. Well, you're pretty much finished, aren't you? Well, let's be honest. If Julie Hartley-Brewer says you have to resign, I think you're on very, very shaky ground, aren't you? Of course. But, you know, our straight down the line Boris Johnson's like, hey, listen, well, yes, of course, if I'm found guilty, I will quite happily resign, because I'm not a fit and proper person to do this job. Of course he didn't, did he? You know exactly what we were going to do. He's just...
With deepest respect to you, Pete, I don't in any way wish to minimise the importance of the issue and your point, but I just want to return to what I've said, and that is that
I have no moral fibre.
That would come under the category of running commentary, in my view.
Getting away from the running commentary, you can at least accept that there has been criminality committed. Apparently your spokespersons just contradicted the assertions made by the Justice Secretary, your deputy, this morning, that there has been criminality committed. You do accept that criminality, 20
that face.
Notices have been issued, for goodness sake. There can't be any contradiction in doubt that criminality.
So, I hope very frank with the House about where I think we've
It was frank.
gone wrong, and the things that I regret, that I apologise for.
Yeah, what have you apologised for? Did you apologise for not putting a protective ring about around the elderly in care homes? Did you apologise for all the money you've squandered on a track and trace system that didn't work? Did you apologise for saying let the bodies pile high as the bodies piled high? So what have you apologised about? I don't think you've apologised about anything. Boris Johnson only cares about one thing: what's best for Boris Johnson.
But there is an ongoing investigation, and I understand the point you're making, Pete. But I'm going to camp pretty firmly on my position.
I'm not saying anything about this at all, or answer any questions.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to answer any questions. He's going to hide behind Sue Gray and skirt and hide behind this police investigation as long as he can, because he's no moral fibre, has he? He only cares about what's best for Boris Johnson. The man's an absolute fucking disgrace, isn't he? But you could tell he didn't really want to answer these questions. It's just a shame that it didn't go on long enough. There was a young lady at the side of this guy who was questioning him. She pushed some buttons a little bit, but she gets him on a zinger of a question. But that's for another video. So hope you enjoyed this one. Watching the little turd squirm. Right, I shall leave the video here until the next time. I shall bid you farewell and take care.